The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Hak Zoberstein brings in his Sefer a story about the Gaon Rabbi Yitzhak Hutner, the author of the Pa'at Yitzhak, Halav Shalom. Now he was in Warsaw, and in Warsaw back then, they were very poor. They only had one bottle of wine, which lasted them forever. And they had actually the tablecloth, they would put it on top of the food, because to cover the food, because if the food, something happened to the food, that's the only food that they have to eat. They don't want the flies to come on the food, so they would cover the food, and if they would make sure that nothing spilled, because they didn't have money to clean whatever it spilled on, and their clothes, they lived in poverty. Rabbi Yitzhak Hutner was 10 years old. He comes home from yeshiva, and he says, Mommy, I just made a siyum on Gemara Masechet Baba Kama. Now, Gemara Masechet Baba Kama, even for the elderly gentleman, it's a hard Masechet. Now, he's 10 years old and he makes a siyum on Gemara Masechet Baba Kama. His mother says, you made a siyum on Masechet Baba Kama? And she starts weeping. She starts crying. And the tears are rolling down her cheeks. And he says, Mommy, what did I tell you? I made a siyum on Masechet Baba Kama. She says, wait 1 second. She goes into the bedroom, she comes out, she's wearing her finest holiday clothing, her Yom Tov Shabbat clothing. And she has a jewelry on. And she puts a new tablecloth. And she brings out that wine. He says, Mommy, I don't understand. I know you don't have money. I know we don't have money. We live in poverty. We're very poor. Why are you changing your clothes? What if your clothes get dirty? And why are you putting the wine on the table? Why are we wasting the wine? Let's leave it Shabbat and Yom Tov. She says, my dear son, yes, we are very poor. And you know how poor we are. But right now, when you finish the Gemara, when you made the siyum of Masechet Baba Kama, this is our compensation for all the years that we were poor. For all the years that we lived in poverty, this is the compensation. Because this is the precious moment I've been waiting for. This is what's really valuable in life. To see my son finishing a Gemara, making a siyum, a Masechet Baba Kama, it's all worth it. This is what I came to the world for. This is why I bring children to the world. Rabbi Yitzhak Hutner says, and he was a genius. If anyone opened the Sefarim Pa'at Yitzhak, he was a genius. He attributes all his Torah knowledge from that event that he saw by his mother. How valuable the Torah was in his mother's eyes. And that made an impression on his brain. It made an impression throughout his whole life. For my mother to show me how important the Torah is, how valuable the Torah is.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org